From the 100.5 and 790 newsroom, this is WSGW News.
45 degrees at 6:05. Good evening. I'm Jonathan Dent. Rescuers who have searched for a missing man in Saginaw County on the Tittabawassee River have turned the mission into an in-depth recovery. On Sunday, 26-year-old Nathan Robbins and a 23-year-old friend were in a small boat heading to Cody's Landing around 1:30 a.m. to meet with their girlfriends. Police say the boat stalled out south of the Gratiot Road Bridge. Robbins attempted to get the boat moving again, though police say his actions caused the boat to capsize. While the friend was able to swim to shore and call for help, Robbins was not. Multiple agencies have assisted in the rescue effort, including the Saginaw County Sheriff's Department, Thomas Township Police, several fire departments, and the U.S. Coast Guard. My Michigan Hospice is accepting volunteers in the Alma, Clare, Gladwin, Harrison, Midland, and Montcalm areas, as well as for Woodland Hospice House in Mount Pleasant. Hospice volunteers are an integral part of the hospice care team. Volunteers provide physical and emotional support through an important and stressful time in the lives of patients and their families. Caring for a terminally ill loved one can be exhausting, and volunteers can provide opportunities to get away for a much-needed break. Volunteer training sessions will be held on March 17th and March 24th from 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. at Woodland Hospice House at 2597 South Meridian Road in Mount Pleasant. Volunteer trainees must attend both sessions. Anyone interested in becoming a hospice volunteer may apply at mymichigan.org/volunteers/hospice or call 989-633-1467. Hemlock Public Schools have received a $50,000 donation towards the construction of a new expansion to the Lockwood STEM Labs. The donation comes from Hemlock Semiconductor and was delivered during a visit to the STEM Labs earlier this month. According to Andy Alt, HSC's Vice President of Manufacturing, the programs that continue to be offered at the STEM Center give students opportunities to learn design, coding, construction, and technical problem solving. The donation will help to add a computing and design lab, electronics lab, a 3D print lab, and a Lego lab to the STEM facility. WSGW News Time is 6:07. The weather forecast is coming up.
Check out the WSGW Sports Broadcast page on WSGW.com. Want to know when and which WSGW station you can hear the Tigers, Red Wings, Michigan football and basketball, Saginaw Spirit hockey, and SVSU football? Click on the Sports Broadcast box on WSGW.com.
WSGW News Time is 6:08. A boil water advisory for the city of Flint was lifted this morning after 2 consecutive 24-hour water testing rounds, according to the city. Residents of Flint were told to boil water for at least 60 seconds before consumption after a water main break on Cedar Street Friday morning. Over the weekend, crews isolated and repaired the break, then began flushing the system of possibly contaminated water. According to the city, the flushing process may cause discolored water in some homes, and residents are being encouraged to change their water filters. The section of the system that underwent repairs will stay isolated until testing confirms that it is once again safe. A Michigan lawmaker is sounding off after an unidentified object was shot down over Lake Huron yesterday. Michigan News Network's Charlie Langton has the story.
Congresswoman Alyssa Slotkin, who sits on the Homeland Security Committee, receives regular briefings on the shot-down object. Speaking in Howell, she said that until the wreckage is found in the choppy waters of Lake Huron, not much about that object is going to be known. But because 4 objects were flying over our country, should the president inform the public?
Well, look, I think at least from the Department of Defense, it's Sunday. We're watching this in real time. I don't think you need the president to do breaking news announcements, but I do think that with the frequency of we're now finding things, it does, prompt a response at the highest levels. Yes.
Congressman Slotkin says that although the wreckage is not found yet, there was no security risk to the United States, and they can tell that through other means.
Stay tuned. We've got much more coming up on the Evening Roundup.
Hi, this is Mike Avery. You know you can hear my outdoor magazine show Sunday mornings, 9 till noon on WSGW. But now there's another option. Saturday morning, 6 till 9. Tune in for the latest outdoor news and information, hunting and fishing tips, wildlife and conservation issues, even some wild game cooking. That's Outdoor Magazine now on Saturday mornings too, 6 till 9, right here on WSGW 790 AM and 100.5 FM.
Wall Street was feeling the love ahead of Valentine's Day as investors await inflation data, likely to hint at the path of future interest rate hikes. In New York, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, NASDAQ, and the S&P 500 all finished higher. Locally, stocks were mostly up. AT&T up 19 cents at 19.26. CMS Energy up 21 cents at 61.62. Dow had 50 cents at 60.32. DuPont had 56 cents at 76.37. Corteva down $2 even at 62.47. HP up 37 cents at 30.34. Huntington Bank up 15 cents at 15.38. Independent Bank up 3 pennies at 22.95. Luma Technologies up a dime at 4.06. Home Depot up $6.99 at 323.53. Walmart up $2.19 at 145.91. GM up 67 cents at 42.02. Trinzio down 34 cents at 26.11, and oil finished the day off 34 cents at 79.61. This is David Anderson from Baird and Saginaw and Midland, wishing everyone a great night and even greater returns.
Local news and information for Saginaw, Bay City and Midland, and all of the Great Lakes Bay region. It's not easy or convenient to get unless you get the WSGW newsletter. I'm WSGW News Director Denise Shannon. Every weekday morning, WSGW sends a newsletter highlighting your local news. It's a newsletter you can get for free in your inbox. Sign up online at WSGW.com, scroll down the homepage, and click on the WSGW newsletter sign-up box.
Good evening. This is the WSGW Farm Final for Monday, February the 13th, 2023. In Chicago today, positives on the Chicago Board of Trade. We'll see how they finished off in a moment or two. As far as our weather is concerned, this is the third straight day of sunshine. Looks as though we're going to have a sunny start to the day tomorrow, but clouds will be on the increase. Temperatures will be increasing, and along with that, a chance of some rain shower activity late Tuesday night into the morning hours on Wednesday. We'll get into that weather forecast for you in a moment, but back to those closing prices. Wheat finishing up 6 at Star of the West this afternoon. White wheat at Star of the West in Cass City Raption, as well as Frankenmuth at $7.52. The red wheat at $7.02. New crop up 3, $7.77 for the white wheat, $7.27 for the red. Corn up 4 cents in Frankenmuth as well as Cass City, $6.30. New crop up a penny at $5.37. Soybeans in Frankenmuth unchanged at $14.68. The new crop up 6 at $13.20. In Michigan's Thumb, $14.63 on the nearby soys, with the new crop at $13.15. We made it up to our projected high for the day today, actually went over just a little bit. No records broken today. The record high in the state was 54. That was set back in 1984. But tomorrow might be a little bit different story. The record high tomorrow is 49. That was set all the way back in 1915. After a low of 30 tonight with mostly clear skies, we're going to move up to about 52 degrees tomorrow. As I said, clouds will be on the increase as we move into the afternoon. And then it'll be wet overnight on Tuesday night into the morning hours on Wednesday. Low pressure system over Kansas. We'll be moving into southern Minnesota overnight tomorrow night. And then in the morning hours on Wednesday, we'll move up once again to about 52 degrees. Plenty of clouds, a morning shower. It does appear as though as we go through the day on Wednesday, skies will clear out later on Wednesday afternoon. We'll also have some pretty strong gusty winds. They'll kick in on Tuesday night out of the south, gusting up to about 40 out of the southwest on Wednesday, with wind gusts close to 40 miles per hour. Then on Wednesday night, with mostly cloudy skies, freezing mark. That's where we're going to be. And our temperature will stay around that freezing mark on Thursday with more precipitation. It does appear as though we're going to be looking at a rain-snow combination as we go through the day on Thursday. That's it for our closing prices this evening. Join us tomorrow for the early morning edition at 5:30 and your first look at the markets at 11:40 on WSGW.
The greatest threat to our future is our national debt.
Social Security and Medicare is off the books now, right?
We got unanimity.
News coverage.
A balloon over U.S. airspace.
I ordered the Pentagon to shoot it down.
Not believing much from President Biden.
News coverage.
The horrible earthquake in Turkey.
Has Joe Biden ever called Twitter to take down?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Dozens of whistleblowers, FBI agents coming to us.
Wasting taxpayer dollars on a fishing expedition.
News coverage on WSGW.